top of poppin' since keep happening. Yeah, if we rise together, then we're independent. All the pain and happiness, the word is out within.
Love. Love. And more love. And more love, and more love, and more love, and more love. I could have X'd that out, but we're not going to do that today. I am really, I don't even know the word to say, but even if you felt like you couldn't catch something, wouldn't you want to be prepared just in case somebody you may know or something may happen, to make sure you're prepared? Because it's better to be prepared on things rather than being unprepared. As we all know that right now we are going to the pandemic and we're at a surge. Being in Texas, all the hospitals are filled to capacity, including the children's hospital. So if this was going on and you're hearing how people are dying, you're hearing how people are having really bad issues with the corona. Even the residuals of the corona, meaning after you don't have the corona anymore, you still suffering from bronchitis or you develop some type of lung thing, you have to prepare. I would rather, okay, so let's just all go in the category of saying it's flu season. And this time, the flu is going to be very, very, you're going to be susceptible to catch this flu because now it's everywhere. So we like, okay, let's not go out where everybody has the flu. So in the medical field, the thing is that if a patient has HIV or some type of blood that you don't want to get infected with, you wear protective equipment. Yes. But that red bucket you see when you go to the hospital, sharps container, that is put there for the doctor or the nurse, so they won't get stuck with the needle that might be contaminated. So saying that, and another thing is that you treat every needle as it is infected with HIV. You don't say, well, I know this person, it might be okay. No. You treat every needle as if you've been infected with HIV. That's how that crisis is over there. That's the medical side. So now they're telling us, hey, you remember when you caught that flu last year and you thought you weren't going to make it because you caught a regular flu? Well, we got another flu that came out that's about to kick y'all. And people like, yeah, I got a strong immune system. I could do this, I could do that, I could do this. They may, but they telling you this one is a little bit worse than anything you've ever seen. So you like, I'll just drink some Sunny Delight and it'll be all right. I'll take some vitamins. I'll amp up my immune system. Wow. You're going through your lifestyle. You were supposed to be doing this anyways, right? Right. This was part of your regimen because with your regimen, what you're trying to do is to avoid having to go to the hospital, avoid getting a underlying condition. And with this new lifestyle, this is why you're changing. This is why certain things are coming in or going out of your diet, because we don't say the word diet. I mean, it's called a diet, but what you're eating. So I'm just saying that to say, be cautious in what you do. Be proactive. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Jesus. Be proactive in your own health. Meaning, like I said, if you got to take the vitamins, take the vitamins. If this is something that you've been doing, continue to do it. Continue to do it. Because, whew, oh my goodness, I be praying like, Lord, let me tell you something. Some of these people who don't have on no mask and stuff, if they caught the corona, they would be running to try to get this vaccine. This virus is nothing to play with. I'm going to just tell you that. It is nothing to play with. And with the children's hospital being filled in a regular hospital field, they're starting to activate medical personnel. So now you're gonna get the reservist medical personnel to come, because now they're making, like I said, field hospitals. It's a smart move, but how long is that gonna last? Because if these numbers are anything like last year, those field hospitals aren't going to be enough. So right now we are once again in the Lord's hands. We always have been in the Lord's hands. But this next wave, and there's another wave after that coming as well. When you say what these different ways is, it's different strands. It's just not saying, oh, the flu is coming back around again. Oh, the flu is coming back around again. Oh, the flu is coming back around again. No. The thing is that when it goes through certain people, certain environments, certain things, these new viruses, they're pretty much the COVID, but they got a little extra stank at the back. You know what I'm saying? They got that lingering stank So now this D has mutated 4 times of whatever, and so let's call the E. Then mutated 8 times. Are you? No? Does it? No, you still don't? Well, let me tell you something. Pray about it. I'm going to just tell you, pray about it. The Lord never leaves your side. The Lord loves you. You are his child. So why would he ever leave your side? He will never leave your side. I'm 100% on that. Now, let's talk about, let's really get into why we are here. So you got all these people out saying right now they don't want to wear masks. I don't have to wear a mask. I don't want to wear a mask. Yada, yada, bing, bang. And I'm not going to say that's okay, because I don't want those people to get sick. But if you know that you're out with your mask and you're wearing your mask properly over your nose and your mouth, and you're staying a distance away from this person, you're going to be okay. You can't. Some people are not going, I don't want to wear. That's their choice. And this is America. And that's why everybody got the choice of the freedom. And that's why over 200,000 illegal people is coming into America, because this is America. So you got your mask, check. Your kids got their mask, check. You not by them, check. You not breathing, check. So let's start off there. They saying, what kind of mask should I wear during the COVID? Now, evidence now they support the benefit of cloth face mask for both source control, and that means to protect others and not to get nothing. So cloth is a good. Now, first they were saying we don't know if this is good, but they are saying now, yes, a cloth is good, and to a lesser extent, protection of the wearer. Y'all know that my speech be kind of off a little bit. The wearer, the wearer, the wearer. Okay, I hope that got you. To preserve. I don't know what's wrong with me today. To preserve the supply of respirators for healthcare workers and other medical first responders, CDC recommends non-valve multi-layer cloth mask or a non-medical disposable mask for community use. Do I need to replace it or put it somewhere where you can, where they non-valved multi-layered cloth mask or non-medical disposable mask for community use. Now, when you go in the hospital, they give you one mask. You walk through the hospital and say you're going to ICU. And when you get to ICU, they give you another mask. And you're like, what? What? Take the mask. The mask has probably an extra layer in it. Come on now. A face mask use is most important in any indoor spaces or outdoor spaces if you are physically distanced of somebody else. So if you with somebody, I mean, you going outside, well, we're going to play volleyball. We can play volleyball outside. Now, I would say, yes, go right ahead. Because guess what? I'm not saying be all in each other's face, but if you're outside and it's a group of people like from your family and nobody's really been anywhere, everybody is COVID free, you can go outside and play volleyball. You can go outside and play tag. Get physical with other things because that's the only thing you pretty much can do. It doesn't make no sense for you to go outside where you have people who have been with other people who have been with other people. Though that's the way things get spread. Now, if you guys cannot understand the mask mandate, like I said, once again, I think that's something that you're going to have to pray on. And with that, I would say sometimes you can be a carrier and not have an asymptomatic. Asymptomatic means without symptoms, which means you don't have a fever, your stomach is not jacked up, your head not jacked up, you're not nauseous to the stomach or anything like that. That's without symptoms. But you can pass that onto somebody else and they will have the symptoms and it will take them downhill very quick. And you'll be like, well, what happened? I was okay. Just because your body is okay with that does not mean somebody else would be okay with that. So even if you like, I'm not going to get it, I'm not going to pass it to anybody, I'm cool. The thing is, I thought that we had enough respect for each other to say, I'll put on a mask, because if my grandmother was somewhere and she had a lot of illness, underlying diseases, I would want people to put their mask on, because I don't want her to be in jeopardy of losing her life. So I thought that would be something that people need to look at. I believe, like I said, it's just being respectful. Having respect for everyone. And everybody wants people to give them respect. So if you want to give people, you want to receive respect, you have to give respect. So in order for you to do all that, let's just obey the rules of the road. So, like I said, once again, we are about to go through another surge. So, with this other surge, I'm for sure they probably going to start shutting things down again. The mask just became mandate, I do believe, yesterday. So, pretty much, it's going to be like, okay, it's going to be like where you go, they're going to want proof. I would not be surprised if some of these places have a computer network, and when you come in and show them your ID, it'll zip down and the vaccine that you had probably a pop up. I would not put it past that. Now, for the smaller people who don't have that, and they're putting wellness stamps on businesses to say, "Hey, we did it. Hey, there's nobody in here. Everybody's in here vaccine. Hey, da 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 da." So, in order for you to be able to, and it's going to get to a predicament when they're going to say, if you're not vaccinated, you can't get on a train or a plane or a boat because you're not vaccinated. Remember when this first happened and all these elderly people, they were on a cruise, and then they started getting sick one by one by one by one, and they were out to sea, and then they couldn't bring them back in, and it was a big mess. It was a big mess. So once again, I'm just saying, these are what people are looking this is what people are looking at. And I myself personally would say, yeah, with my mother being sick like that, I would really want her in a place where everybody is vaccinated and the guidelines are followed, because my mother is precious to me, and I would do anything just to have her here with us in our presence. So let me get off of that. So you should start to prepare. I've been saying prepare, prepare, prepare. Why I'm saying preparing is because I feel, this is just mine, you could never be over prepared for incidents. You don't know what's going to happen. We've seen the last one, so what's going to happen with this one? So I would definitely have medical and health supplies. Medical and health supplies, yes. Prescription drugs, any prescription supplies like glucose machine, blood pressure machine, the oxygen, oxidometer, which I'm sure that you can get at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, or something like that. And that regulates how much air you're taking in. So if you are sick or you do get sick, and as we know with the COVID, it does affect people's lungs. So this oximeter thing, which I will put down the right name for it, and once again, Google is your friend. If someone is sick with the virus, that would be something. If they're at home first, you would definitely want a meter. definitely want a meter. This will tell you what type of condition they're in. And any other, me myself, I have a meter that with Coumadin, I take a blood thinner. So I have a meter that will read my levels. So any and every supplies you have, and not only that, make sure you have enough so if anything happens, you'll still a week or two of supply. No, 30-day. Get you a 30-day. I would have a 30-day supply of my meds, anything else that I use in order for me to maintain my day. I would definitely have those things. You need fever or pain medicine. I'm talking about like Tylenol, Motrin, which is also ibuprofen. Motrin is great. Motrin works for toothaches, and things that for inflammation. It works for inflammation. So ibuprofen is great. Any type of ibuprofen that you want to use, you definitely, if it's Motrin or Midol or whatever like that, make sure that it says ibuprofen. If you, or like I said before, Tylenol. Now, if you come to a point where like maybe a child or adult has a fever and the fever is not breaking, you can swap the Tylenol and the Motrin out. Instead of giving Motrin, you would do Motrin, Tylenol, Motrin, Tylenol, Motrin, Tylenol. And that should break the fever. If not, then it's time to go see someone. Pay attention to the instructions on the bottle, please. Pay attention to your age or the child's age, the weight. Pay attention to if they've had medicine before or not. Be very cautious when you are messing with medicines. Make sure you have cough and cold medicine. Cough and cold medicine. Or maybe some lozenges for the throat. I know I'm a little extra. Get some lozenges. Get some lozenges. This one here. Anti-diarrhea medicine. That's going to be your best friend. Pepto-Bismol. Pepto-Bismol. You remember that commercial? So make sure you definitely have anti-diarrhea medicine. Like I said before, hey, stop all that noise. My birds. Like I said before, with the Tylenol and the Motrin, make sure you have a thermometer. Let me tell you this. Right now, what we're going on, if you have someone at home with an underlying condition and they have caught a virus, not the corona, but a virus, or it might be the side of everything. When you start giving them Motrin, Tylenol, maybe prescription medicines and everything, write it down. Write it down. If you have the blood pressure machine, the diabetes machine, the oxygen finger machine, which once again you can get at all Amazon, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, please write these things down with their name at the top, whatever date you're on, and what time you've will try to take your blood sugar and your vitals at the beginning of it every day. You write down their vitals, and you want to write down what time you did this, and you want to write down next to every medication given, you want to write down the time and the date you gave that medication and how many pills you gave them or how many cups or whatever you gave them. It will be better for you if you keep a ledger of everything, because the thing is that when you get to someone and maybe they're starting to say, they say, oh, I feel a little worse, and you're still taking their vital signs, meaning their blood pressure and all the other things I mentioned before, you can tell if it's like, oh, if it's alarming, maybe well up or well down. And when you get to a certain point, you have to say, hey, we got to go to the hospital. So once again, that is a big thing. Keep a note of, if someone gets sick, keep a note of meds that was given, times, days, and everything. Be as thorough as you possibly can. You also want to have Gatorade. What's the word for Gatorade? Electrolytes. Fluids with electrolytes. You know how the kids, they drink it when they are sick and stuff, and those kids, have you heard about how many adults be drinking Pedialyte after drinking and everything? They put the electrolytes. Hey, you guys, stop it! They put the electrolytes back into your body. So you definitely want to keep Pedialyte or sports, Gatorade. You definitely want to keep them on board. If you can't find your right, what's that flavor in Gatorade, go to Pedialyte or another one, and I'm sure you will there. Soap and alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Let me tell you guys something. Even before the COVID was exposed and everything like that, when you read the bleach bottle, what did they say? This is for disinfectant for COVID. How do you know? Your Clorox, any type of bleach, it'll have it on the bottle. Lysol spray, the disinfectant, it'll have it on the bottle. The Lysol you pour in there, it'll have it on the bottle. So however you want to do it, you can. Whatever brand, whichever brand you want to use, you can. But make sure that it has COVID disinfectant in it. Definitely. I didn't say you had to go buy out the place. Now, let's take it a little bit. You don't have to get hysterical when I say this. Please don't get hysterical when I say this. Get a little extra tissue, toilet paper, disposable diapers, tampons, sanitary napkins, things that you may need. This is not the same thing what I'm about to say, but it may happen some other way. For people who are trying to get infinity pools, endless pools right now, well, since last year, they had stopped the production of these pools or spas because due to the COVID. And they will not be up running back again until 2022. So, if you want me to wait 2 years for, I'm just saying, I know it's not the same thing. I'm just saying, sometimes your favorite product, your favorite for now. If you don't have, you be like, I don't care which one, then okay, good. But if you kind of like me and you care which one is your product, then you say, let me get 2 extra every time I go to the store. Instead of acting like you will never see a piece of toilet paper again. Oh my goodness. Garbage bags. Make sure you have plenty of garbage bags. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Sometimes people eat stuff and it be whoo-hoo, like wow. Make sure you have things so they could be sealed tightly, just in case. You never know. Maybe you gotta. I'm not gonna say that, but make sure you keep extra garbage bags. Now, you're gonna need a flashlight and batteries. You know you need a flashlight and batteries. If not, let me tell you guys something. For all the things that you need in your prepared kit, such as flashlights, radio, little things like that, try to get solar, SOLAR, things like that. Those things are outstanding. You don't need any batteries. I don't know where to tell you to get that from, but definitely try to look for things that operate through the sun. Okay, so we said flashlight, batteries if you can't find that, battery operated radio or radio that works without that, matches in a waterproof container, matches inside a waterproof container. Yeah, you know, a utility knife, scissors, paper and pen, cash, or travelers. I don't even know who use traveler checks and coins no more. I don't think. But definitely cash. Cash. Know about no traveler's check. You take this traveler's check. No. Okay. So, disposable dishes and utensils. Pet food. Yeah, I almost forgot about the pet food. And got too many animals over here to forget about some pet food. A fire extinguisher. A fire extinguisher. Needles and thread. Lots of needles and threads. Extra set of keys. Your IDs, your important ID. For everyone that, you have a certain thing, you got, I don't know. I'm not saying I have a lot of people come through my house, but I definitely do have my office section, but I have important documents. And with these important documents, I had to put them in a safe. Because if I have a fire or, someone comes in or whatever, invest in a safe. I'm just saying. So you want to put all your important documents, birth certificates, IDs, military IDs, duct tape. Yes. Duct tape, scissors, and a garbage bag. No, I'm just checking. Local maps. First aid manuals. And let me tell you something for your first aid kit. Okay, so with the progression of time, like some people don't use Band-Aids no more. They use liquid Band-Aids. People there are things that may work better for you now, other than maybe old things that we used to do. So you definitely, I believe you definitely should keep these things. I don't even know. Your first aid kit is going to be important. And like I said, you have to kind of survey everybody in the home so you actually know what goes in your first aid kit. Because what I have in my house, you may not have, okay? So my son is allergic to iodine, EpiPen. Somebody got sugar diabetes, glucose material. Somebody got a heart problem, nitroglycerin tablets mark. I have small kids. No matter what type of kids you have, you should always have bandages, gauze. I would definitely have gauze. They usually come in packs like that big, I would get 2, 3, you know. But I think it's better to be over prepared than not prepared at all. Bleach, soap, hand sanitizers, antibacterial wipes, face masks, laundry detergent, and like very basic things. Like I said, fill your first aid kit with what you guys got going on. You can put a regular first aid kit in there, but build this box or this bag or however you want to put your first aid kit. Do it according to the people needs in your home. Let me see. And okay, so unlike last time, this time there are things in place, so therefore you don't have to worry about food or things of that nature, because you say, oh, I'll just call Kroger and have them send it to me. I'll order my stuff I'll order it through Amazon. I'll do this, I'll do that. Yes, yes, and yes. But once again, me, first of all, I'm going to make sure I have vinegar on board, olive oil, healthy cooking oils. I'm going to get that milk that's in the can, the condensed milk. And this is what we used to do. Listen to this. This is what we used to do. My mom and dad, it was so many, well, it was only 3 of us, but they adopted a lot of people. So what they would do once a month, we would go to Moo and Oink meat store, and we would buy cases of meat. So when we would buy these cases of meat, we would go and we would season them up, clean them, season them, and we would bag them for as many people as we had in the house. So when it was time to eat, all we had to do was pull it out, stick it in the pan, put it up in there, and slow cook it through the day. And it was marvelous. So you may want to do that. Like I said, if you have a favorite, if it's some things that you just like, I don't want to have to do it without, I like this or whatever, if that's what's happening, stock up on your faves, because it might be a point where your favorites are no longer available. Like I said, I don't think like everybody got dry pasta, everybody got cereal, oatmeal, cream of wheat, granola, peanut butter, those protein fruit bars, and anything for the infant if you have a infant on board. Now, let me tell you guys about this last one thing. You know how you have, okay, so with my oils, I have tons of different herbs and the house. I have like tons and tons and tons of different lovely oils. The ingredients for the oil, the ingredients for the oils. And most of these ingredients for these oils are needed by herbs, things that you can grow. Now, let me tell you this. Somebody told me that slowly but surely these seeds will not be available anymore or anything like that. I don't think that's true. But needless to say, we have packs and packs of seeds here. My mother started growing some in the living room with the special light that she got from Cha-Ching, Amazon. So I'm saying that there are ways that you can do things if you believe that they're not going to sell you the right thing, or they're going to sell you a hybrid of this thing, and this is something that really worries you. I would go and I would definitely pick these seeds up, so therefore you can plant them so you know what they are, and you can label them and stuff, so you won't fall victim. Then start picking up on those seeds. Start picking those seeds up when you say, oh, make sure you read the directions, or make sure the directions are on the box, or if somebody gives them to you, attach what someone has given to you in their way of maintaining these type of plants. You can also, once again, Google it. So, you have a lot of different options out here, and according to what's going on in technology and everything like that, it kind of works for you if you do it just right. Yes, we are going to have people. That isolation point was a downer for a lot of people. It really was. Me too. I'm like, what day is it? We don't know. It was really a downer. And the thing is that you have to think a little bit ahead on that. Like, what can I do? Hey. What can I do in order to entertain myself? What can I do in order to bring a little bit more laughter into my life? What can I do to do these things? Well, you can always play, back in the day, Monopoly, Life, Chance. We used to play a handful of games. And so with them handful of games, we had a great time. And like I said, if you got a house and the kids go outside and play, let them go outside and wear themselves out. They're amongst themselves, they're just in your yard, but they're having a good time. That's always, I think, for a child right now, for them to interact to people, and not just like interact computer wise all the time. You're gonna have to do something, and I know sometimes we don't want to do stuff as parents. Like, I'm not going to do nothing like that. I'm not doing that. I'm not crazy. But at this particular time, we have to realize how important those interactions are, and you have to just see what's going on, because all these things that's being set up right now, they're being set up for your children. So make sure you can get them as normal as possible through this pandemic, where nothing is normal. We want to try to encourage anything. We want to try to encourage them to have interactions with other people. We want to encourage them to grow well rounded as much as possible, because right now the people, us and these new millenniums, we're rocking and rolling. But we have to give the millennials a chance to grow, so that they can experience different things, so therefore they know, oh, that happened to me before. Not gonna do that. So we want to try, like I said, once again, we want to try to encourage that type of interaction as much as possible. We want to maybe get a virtual book reading. Who still reads books? It's on my iPad. It's on what you call that tablet, the e-tablet. I don't know what type of tablet. But get together a book reading club. Get together a science club. Get together a acting club. Do whatever it is you want to. But now you're doing it virtually. And you know, virtual is not all the bad things. I've heard so many good replies from my friends with jobs, and they're saying, "Oh, girl, I'm sitting here in my pajamas right now at work." I'm like, "Oh, that sounds excellent. They should have came up with this long time ago." So, needless to say, let's get on to bigger and better things. There is nothing better than God, Jehovah. I just had to say that. I just had to say that. Okay, so let me say this. We are about to face a lot of different seasons, hurricane season, flu season, all these different things. And it can get overwhelming, but don't allow these things to cause a panic in your life. There is no reason for you to panic. If you do things and you lead your life like Jehovah, your Father, wants you to, you are protected. You know what's about to go on, some of us won't even see because we are protected. Unfortunately, there might be some friends and family who will see that. That's not your journey. Your journey is to continue to uplift Jehovah, uplift your family, do things accordingly to God's word, and everything will be all right. Remember, God is transparent. Everything that He promises is in that book. No need to look anywhere else. You can ask loads and loads and loads of people, and they will tell you that is true. God is definitely here, and God is definitely on point. My man. So if you have gotten into the flu season or whatever like that, and you thinking, oh my goodness, maybe I have contracted the corona. I went somewhere. I think I got the corona now. The corona symptoms can be very mild to life-threatening, and they can also be asymptomatic, which means that you don't have to have a symptom. But knowing the symptoms of this virus, you can determine if you or your family members need to go to the hospital, or maybe it's definitely time to call 911. And that's not funny at all, because guess what, when I personally had the coronavirus, and I would definitely wanted the hospital and the ambulance at the same time. You have to remember this as well. The coronavirus is very infectious. So when you're helping somebody with that coronavirus, you want to take very detailed personal care that you do not transmit it to yourself. Because remember, it is very, 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 very infectious. A sudden and serious illness can be very devastating as well. But if you are proactive, hopefully you can alleviate all that. And let me tell you now, the symptoms of this is crazy, because it has a lot of symptoms and I'm just like, whoa, okay, so fever, of course, the fever with the chills, a cough, difficulty breathing, shortness of breath, a new loss of taste or smell, fatigue, headaches, body aches, nauseous, vomiting, diarrhea, sore throat, and nasal congestion. Symptoms can appear anywhere from 2 to 14 days after exposure to the virus, with the most patients becoming symptomatic 4 to 5 days after exposure. I guess that's your window time. That if you feel like you caught it, if by the 4th or the 5th day you still are having severe complications, you should go to the hospital. I'm going to tell you that's my personal, okay? Because they're telling you if you have been exposed to the virus, right? It takes 2 to 14 days for it to appear. Okay? 2 to 14 days. Most patients becomes symptomatic. So after 4 or 5 days, I mean, they starting to get sick. They starting to show you, I can't breathe right. I can't breathe right. That should be in your 4th to 5th day. I was sitting here seriously considering this. Right now, if you go to any hospital, they are overcrowded. Anywhere. So that's why I'm saying prepare. I'm really saying be proactive. So you won't have to get to this level. Invest in the Lord for protection. Take the time to do the things that will prevent you from catching this virus. Stand away from people. Wearing your mask. Getting vaccinated. In the Bible, it's like this. In the Bible, it states you're supposed to pay your bills. You're supposed to listen to your boss. Even if how bad he is, you're still supposed to go do your job right. Love your family. Love God, love your family. Put yourself out there to a certain extent, and you will be rewarded. I truly don't believe that this vaccination isn't anything that's different from all these other vaccinations that they have had. As we go through these times, we are evolving. So with evolving comes change. And with change comes different strategies of things. Just like they were saying, the chicken and the cows and the pigs have been fed antibiotics. That's why a lot of antibiotics is not working for a lot of people now. That's why, people are in the status that they are in because of what the animals have been fed or given. So that's why now you have a lot of people encouraging plant-based foods. I seen a plant-based carrot hot dog. Maybe we should start trying those plant-based foods out and see. I don't eat that much, but maybe we'll check that out. The thing is that I'm going to say like this. Use your common sense. You know that you have to stay your way away from people. You know you don't need to be in anybody's face. If you could, I'm thinking about, I like my nails, but I was like, I want to go get a pair of gloves and just be walking around with gloves on all day. Bam. It's just like I said, act like that the flu is going around. The flu that always go around. Act like the flu is going around. And from there, take those precautions, but do it to the 10th power. Be very detailed in whatever you do. If you so happen to get sick and you feel like you may have the coronavirus, be very, very careful to get adequate enough rest while recovering. You need to spend your body, if you catch the corona, your body's going to be tired. I'm going to tell you right now, your body's going to be so fatigued, you're not going to want to do nothing but lay there all day. Usually when your body is saying things like this is what your body needs. In order for you to be able to get well, you need rest. So please get adequate enough rest. But it's one thing that we definitely have to be cautious of while you in there lying in that bed. When you spend long times in the bed inactive, it increases your breathing problems, and it's not recommended. It is recommended that you change positions between sitting up, laying down on one side, laying on your front, and laying on the other side for every 30 minutes to 2 hours. So you just don't want to lay back. And laying back is not great. Like lay on the side. I don't know about you, but I can't lay right on my back. But once again, it is not good to lay without moving around from every 30 minutes to 2 hours. It decreases your respiratory, and you don't want to be definitely in a predicament where you cannot breathe, because you not breathing will lead to death slowly. So definitely, if you have somebody at home with the corona and everything like that, you definitely want to keep sitting them up every few hours and getting them out the bed for brief times. It encourages the blood to move, and it encourages circulations. And the thing that is the most importante, blood clots. You definitely don't want to get any blood clots, especially if you have an underlying condition. So stretching and moving your legs while on bed rest is also needed. So if someone's like, if they're to the point where they cannot get out the bed, go help them maybe grease up their legs. Am I supposed to say grease up their leg? Grease up them legs and just massage them and move their legs around and their arms. It's circulation. A lot of people who thought, well, I'm going to go have a massage. Oh, you think you're so uppity going to have a massage. But massages are good for circulation. Massages are good for people with poor circulations. So definitely, you want to do everything that you possibly can to encourage circulation, especially if a person isn't able to move. Now, this is something. If you have somebody home sick and they've been they first started with mild symptoms, then they got a little bit worse. If through, and once again, that's why I said keep a journal of everything you do so you can know exactly what's going on. The progression of the virus is more prominent in the 5th through that 10th day. The 5th to the 10th day of onset symptoms. If a person, and like I said, once again, I'll put it's called the oximeter. It's called the oximeter. If you have somebody with underlying conditions with their blood pressure being taken and their weight being taken, with medicines they took and everything like that, if you have somebody with respiratory issues and everything like that, I would definitely invest in an oximeter. Oximeter. I'm sure you know my favorite store, Amazon. So definitely, and with that, if a person is getting ill and you feel like that you have to take them to the doctor, first of all, I would remove any jewelry from that person. Do not let that person go into the hospital with any type of jewelry on, because if they need to go through something, I think they make them take the jewelry off anyway. So I've lost my jewelry twice doing that. So definitely keep those things that's valuable at home. If you have 2 pair of pajamas, it may be a bonnet for your hair for your female, whatever you have, just in case. But once again, do not do not take anything valuable to the hospital with you, because it's not worth risking. It's not worth risking losing. Now, several physicians had reported that after treating or hear about the patient who had the COVID, they were expecting some similar lingering fatigue, fever, nauseous after their initial illness, and after they were treated and everything. They're still complaining about, I'm not breathing well, I'm very fatigued, they have fevers, things like that. If you have been tested again and they come back and say, no, you don't have the COVID, this may happen because you previously had the COVID. Be very, very, very careful and very proactive in the things you do these days. Remember, you are investing in yourself. You're investing inside. You're investing in the Lord, your family, and yourself. Don't forget those things. Be proactive in this environment that's being set up for us. Be proactive, meaning you do the things that you're supposed to do in order to keep your family safe and you safe. That's what Jehovah gives you, those gifts of discernment. And you be like, oh, I'm lucky. You're not lucky. You're blessed. Don't take that as luck. That has nothing. That's a blessing from the Lord. During these times, my brothers and sisters, our Father Jehovah is showing us mercy and grace. He is giving us time to prepare right now. So take that very seriously. And he continues to give us chance and chance and chance after we sin on a daily basis. He showed us it's not matter being rich, poor, black, white, educated or non-educated. At the end of the day, Jehovah will have the last say. So, my brothers and sisters, we should all stand proudly and boastfully in the mighty name of Jesus, for he died for our sins so that we can live the life that we are living right now. Invest in Jehovah and Jesus Christ. That is the only way to go. It does not matter what you have done in the past. What matters, what are you doing right now? What are you doing to be closer to Jehovah? What are you doing to ensure that you, your family, which is your children, are all covered in the blood of Jesus? What are you doing are you investing that time? You have to invest that time into God, into your family, into yourself, into the love that's spread around you. Because when you do these things and you live in God's way, he make all of these things possible. Now, you're going to have dark people around you, so don't feel bad if you outgrown people who have dark ways. Don't feel bad if you have reborn again and you started your new journey, but you still have friends that are doing the same things you used to do. Don't feel bad because you have outgrown these things. Matter of fact, you should be celebrating those things. No? Yes? No? Yep. Yep. I will be celebrating. But don't get it twisted. We all have some dark ways. Let me say it like this. Hold on. We all have some type of darkness in us. Did you discipline yourself through the mighty name of Jesus? So therefore, when you're approached by the dark, you no longer are in that bind to disagree with the darkness? And you just proceed as they never fazed you? Meaning, somebody come to you with dark things, and you want to say, that's not right, that's not right, that's not right, but they want you to argue with them. These people that, oh, you used to be like that, oh, you used to be, oh, you used to be. I'm on a whole new journey now, baby. I love you. God never leaves your side. So I have to go. And then you leave and they'll be like, once you are born again, these type of scenarios will become simpler. You'll be like, oh, I'm not even, oh, it won't faze you. Some things are not for you. And when you stop looking towards those dark things and you start looking at the light and what God has put there for you, the dark slips your mind. You don't even see it anymore because you're too busy looking at the light. Beware of the dark trying to creep in your life. What you mean? I mean, say for instance, you wake up one morning and you get a call by somebody very, very close to you. And this phone call wasn't nothing but a dark message. And you like, I can't believe you. I can't believe this. Oh my God, are you crazy? Because it just throws you off. Somebody would wake you up with this type of things. And so now you walking around with a little frown because you just like, what in the world? Then something else happened. Oh my goodness. You really, now your day is really just messed up. Your day, your weekend is really messed up now because you like that one person. But let me ask you this. Why would you give that person your joy? And you know they're going to throw it down. It's a difference than you giving somebody your love and they receiving it and they send it back. Nothing wrong with that. But why would you give somebody your love that's precious to you and they take it from your hand and just throw it down on the ground and stomp on top of it? And you just like, oh, what? Look to the Lord. Keep your eyes, your mouth, and your hands on the Lord. Don't ever forget that Jehovah sent our brother Jesus Christ to die for all our sins. He is great, he is powerful, and he is worthy to be praised. I hope that you got what you needed to get from this message. I hope that this message let you know that it's time for you to be proactive in some things that's going on in your life. I'm hoping that somebody will hear this message and know that God is calling them to change that lifestyle. You can do it through the blood of Jesus Christ. Change that lifestyle. Don't keep straddling that fence. Through Christ, through Jehovah, all and everything is possible. Trust, believe, love. God says spread your love. Spread my word. And stand proudly. We will continue to do this on and on and on again because we have an awesome God. So with saying that, this has been pretty long today. I hope we don't have to do this again, but it's a second wave, third wave coming. Y'all gonna be all right. I love you. You're beautiful. And I'll see you guys later.
Many different type of problems just keep happening, yeah. If we rise together, then we're independent. All the pain and happiness, the word is all within. Will it see